Some of the other long-tail personalized governance applications concern voting and legal contracts. In the case of voting, there could be many other different kinds of voting systems that are controlled and validated as to who's participating and audited via blockchains. Some of these that are discussed are, for example, quadratic voting. This is a part of quadratic voting is part of a cumulative voting kind of concept where the problem targeted is the tyranny of the majority. So what happens now is every person gets one vote, and so the majority view squeezes out any minority view. And so this has been a long-standing problem in democracies about how to deal with the tyranny of the majority. A proposal to counter that is called cumulative voting, where, say, every person gets 20 total points, and you can accord them to whichever issue you care about the most. And so quadratic voting is quadratic squared. Similarly, so you could allot any one person could allot as many as 4 of their points towards any one particular issue, and then not voting more than 20 total points. So these kinds of distributed point systems could be enacted versus in blockchains in an efficient way for one of the first times that this could actually be possible. And the argument is that we might get a more representative voting system of people who really care about certain issues, as opposed to the very monochromatic one vote, one person, one vote. Other kinds of voting systems include delegative democracy. So anybody could delegate their vote to another voting party. Again, it would be very easy to enforce this with blockchains if I wanted to delegate my vote to somebody who knows about a particular issue. And another kind of voting would be random sample elections, where different persons, sort of like balloting, but different random persons are selected as a sample on certain issues. And also PageRank voting. So this is a system similar to Google PageRank, which tries to obtain the relevance or saliency of certain issues. And so again, certain people could be polled based on the relevance or salience of issues. So blockchains basically provide a secure method of implementing or testing some of these more sophisticated voting systems that we haven't had a chance to try, because in a monolithic one person, one vote system, they're not really possible. The other thing I want to talk about is legal contracts. And so this is very important anytime we have a contract or a document like a patent registration or intellectual property, or a will, or any kind of legal document. One thing we always need to do is file it and register it, and the other thing we always need to do is attestation. So confirm that that is the last and original version of that document, that there have not been changes to that document. And so one thing that blockchain is great for is confirming the proof of existence of a certain document in a certain way at a certain time and day. And so this is a technique called proof of existence, and this applies to any digital asset, any digital file. Could be an artwork, like a GIF file of original artwork, or a legal document like a will in a Word document or PDF. And so what you would do is run a hashing algorithm over whatever your file is, and that'll pop out with a unique 32 to 64 digit code that corresponds to the exact contents of that document at that particular time. And then you register that code to a blockchain, and you get a time date stamp. So that was this day at this time, and that can be relevant for patent registrations or other IP, or will registrations or contracts, or any kind of legal document always refers to the date and time it was recorded. And then later, say somebody passes away, then you want to confirm the contents that was the last will and testament, and the file contents haven't changed. And so you simply run the same hashing algorithm over the document. If you get the same 32 to 64 digit code, you know that the contents have not changed. And the benefit is, yes, we register the 32 to 64 digit code on the blockchain that can be visible by everybody, but the contents of that will, of that file, are not known. Only that later we can know if the contents had changed or not. And so this is a very important functionality called proof of existence that could completely reconfigure the legal industry, as every legal document is hashed and posted to the blockchain with a confirmable proof of existence code.